Hello, my name is Brother Sean, and as you can see from the fancy dress that I'm wearing, yes, I'm a monk who comes from the Catholic Christian tradition, but the difference is I'm not your traditional monk because I embrace all faiths and none. Now that might sound really crazy talk to you, but that was the simple message from Francis and Jesus back in Assisi in 2008. To set up the Teo community of interspiritual, interfaith Franciscans, a community of men and women to embrace all faiths and none, and be part of our online community, and hold the light of selfless love, without dogma, without fear, and declutter that mindset so that we can become a mover and a shaker for the Supreme, with Gaia's help. So, a spiritual mover and shaker. Ooh, big words. What do they mean? Are you a spiritual mover and shaker? Do you sprinkle love, light, and blessings wherever you go? Are you in a place of harmony? Or are you surrounded by chaos? Do you draw chaos, conflict? I've got friends, and sometimes I'm very hesitant to answer the phone to them because after 4-5 seconds, you begin to feel yourself becoming like an eclair that's had all the goodness sapped out of it. You just become perished. And you can feel the life force from within you being drained from you. I call them psychic vampires. They're not interested in moving and shaking to grow spiritually. Their only interest is they have fallen in love with themselves. And they are entrapped in victimhood. And they are sad people. But it's their choice. And what I have to do is to protect myself and move away from it, because the guy I'm in service to, Jesus the Cosmic Christ, he doesn't take prisoners. Or as my American cousins would say, he kicks ass. Trust me, he kicked mine. And I tell you, I've become a mover and shaker from the force of that kick. Because that kick was what I needed to get me back on track and to stop feeling sorry for myself. And instead of looking back on my life and whinging and moaning for Britain and the world, his love empowered me to take responsibility for my life. And that may appear sad to you, considering it happened when I was 55 and I'm now 63. And you could be saying, well, what happened in the interim years? I guess I was stuck in a mindset of fear. But to be a mover and shaker for the light, it's like learning to drive. And I've done a video, I think, way back, about 2 years ago, called MSM, Mirror, Signal and Maneuver. It means that we have to get ourselves into the right frame of mind before we can become a mover and a shaker for God. And okay, people in the village here where I live think I've truly lost it. I have, I suppose. But you know what? I don't care what they think. I've spent too many years of my life pampering to other people's whims and fancies and allowing them dump their you-know-what on me. So why should I moan about it? I allowed it. I was to blame. So to be a mover and a shaker for the light, it's like the guy in the cocktail bar. Do you remember Tom Cruise giving it a lot of welly? Well, I guess in a subtle way, you and I are being called to be a spiritual cocktail bar entrepreneur, where we get the right balance, we shake the blessings, and when we open the capsule and pour the elixir into the beautiful glass that's been dipped in sugar with all sorts of wonderful juices. And then we offer it to the guest and they go, wow. That's what we have to become in 2012. We have to become a mover and a shaker. But not just any old mover and shaker. We have to undergo some training, a time of spiritual preparedness, where we have to surrender our heart to love. When I use the word surrender to people, they panic. Oh my God, does that mean I lose control of my life? Far from it. It empowers you to take control of your life and to use your gift of free will. Let me read this to you, and hopefully it'll bring it into context. In order to hear my voice, you must release all your worries into my care. Entrust to me everything that concerns you. This clears the way for you to seek my face unhindered. Let me free you from the fear that is hiding deep within your soul. Sit quietly in my presence, allowing my light to soak into you and drive out the darkness lodged deep within you. Accept each day just as it comes to you, remembering that I am sovereign over your life. Rejoice in this day that I have made for you, trusting that I am abundantly present in it. Instead of regretting or resenting the way things are, thank me in all circumstances. Trust me and don't be fearful. Thank me and rest in my sovereignty. Oh, those words. Now I know they may have an impact on you because they've just had another impact on me. And it leaves you feeling so privileged that despite our scar tissue from all the wrong choices that we've made, and I know I've made many, because I chose to spend best part of my life in that negative mindset, denying myself love, fearful that my God would punish me. And hey, if it takes a complete mental breakdown to get you into the gutter of life, to get you back into your soul, then the only way is up. But many choose to stay in that because we're living in a society that has become a nanny state where they're afraid to take responsibility for their life, or maybe they have expectations that someone like me will take them out of it and pray for them. I shared this with you in love. When I was before I became an enclosed contemplative Franciscan monk, I met lots of beautiful people around the world, from Madeira, different parts of Europe, Ireland, Scotland. And they would ring me from time to time and say, "Hi, Brother Sean, do you remember me?" And all of a sudden I would say, "Yeah, give me a clue." Because I always remembered people with a joke. They'd share a joke with me and we'd laugh. And I'd say, "How are you?" I'd say, "Has things changed for you since then?" And they said, "It did, but I'm back to square one again." I said, "But that was 7 years ago." And they say, "Yeah, I know." So I said, "What do you want me to do?" "I want you to tell me what to do." I said, "I can't do that." I said, "I will pray with you and support you as a prayer partner, but I will not rescue you, nor will I tell you what to do, because that is so disrespectful." And then they put the phone down on you. because they do not want you to say that. They want you to agree with them so that they can stay in victimhood. So come on, let's be a mover and a shaker for the light, for Gaia. Let's make this world a beautiful place so that everyone rocks and rolls to the same rhythm of life, that loving beat of selflessness, and where we eradicate this spiritual poverty and a mindset of fear. Are you up to the challenge? I hope so.